hold on. Just get mad at me. Tail whipping. Whip it, whip it. Oh, she went right for her food. She went right for her kibbles. Same thing she did last time, right for her foods. Her gushies are coming. Grandma's making them up. I thought she was gonna be asleep. Silly me. I'm gonna give an update in a little bit, but I'm gonna wait until she's done eating so my voice doesn't distract her. Yeah, that's good. You gotta fill up first? Well, okay. Okay. Where'd you go? You're patrolling already? Who are you? Oh. Already patrolling. All right, well. This girl was totally sound asleep the entire ride back. She has to go potty. Okay. She's going to be wobbly and sleepy for the next day or two. That's from the anesthesia. That's totally expected, totally normal. She's just sitting in the litter box right now. She'll be back. She must inspect everything, apparently. Now, so those little wobbles are normal. Remember the last time that she had anesthesia, it took her a few days to work it out. Right. She slept through all of Grandma's bumps in the road, hitting every pothole. Grandma did not like that we hit all of the work traffic. Was getting a little aggressive. Back to the potty. Okay, so I'll give an update now. Tate had her MRI this morning, which is detailed imaging of her brain. And I'll actually be able to share some of those images with you all. I have a disc of the images, so in a few days I'll be able to share some of those images with you. One of the things that it shows is how much of her brain has actually formed. So how much is actually brain matter and how much is fluid. And I know we've all joked and taken guesses and said that our brilliant little Tater must have tons of brain matter because she's so smart. She is very smart. This is very true. What is miraculous, though, is that despite how smart she is, she has one very thin layer of brain matter towards the bottom of her head, like near where the base of her head is. And everything on top of that is fluid. There is no brain there. It's all fluid. So all of her thinking, everything that she does, all of her motor functions is actually controlled with about 1/20th of a normal brain. You're okay. You want to take a nap? I think she feels funny because her balance is off. Yeah, it is really amazing. No, the brain matter will not grow. That is how it is. It will stay that way. There weren't any other abnormalities found within her brain, so all of that is really good news. No other, other things that they might have found, congenital defects and that sort of thing is what they're looking for. Nothing like that. Oh, here's her gushy foods. She already had kibbles. That was the first thing she went for.
Really? Oh, wow.
The first thing I put her down, she went for kibbles.
Well, here, boo-boo.
Put it over there.
Here's your gushies. Here's your gushies. Here's your nom 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 nom. Here we go. Here's gushies. There you go.
Yes, please. Alright, I'm gonna pause. She's eating. Why don't you wait until she's done? I'm gonna distract her.
That's true.
She's not gonna eat that much.
Yeah. Froggy's been enjoying his travels.
I'm gonna get to all of that. I've paused because she's eating.
Yeah. You don't want to distract her eating. And she didn't have her gushies all night and all day.
Thought she was done. Nope.
And you said she wasn't going to eat very much? It's like, oops, child.
Are you done yet?
Think about it. Nope. Gonna be good for that hospital food.
They said the green jello. She didn't like the green jello. Okay, are you done now? You're done. Okay. Whew. All right, resume. All right, Grandma.
I can leave.
You can leave now.
Alright. Out of the food, okay.
All right. Continue on.
Just a slight delay.
Yeah. Okay. No, it was not a surprise whatsoever. It was not a surprise because I've been talking with Lisa, as you all know, with Superhero and Zeke, and she prepared me well in advance that most hydro kitties have very little brain matter. So I did not expect her, I fully expected the MRI to look like it did. It's very, very, very common in hydro kitties that most of their head is fluid. This is not a surprise. It's not bad news. It's just, this is what hydro looks like. So there's nothing necessarily upsetting about it. It's certainly not surprising. The good news is that there's nothing else. So that's why I'm relieved. There's nothing else going on in her brain. And so we only need to deal with the hydro, that's a very big relief. And it doesn't mean hydro is serious, and it is serious to deal with, but it's a very big relief that there isn't something else on top of that. Where did you go? Where are you now? I hear you. Oh. She's behind me. Of course she's gonna move once I brought the camera over. No, they did not drain any fluid from her head this time. No haircuts. She got no haircuts this time. So that's what the MRI showed. And again, you know, the anesthesia from being on the MRI for the next day or two, she's gonna be wobbly, she's gonna be off balance. The head tilt is because of the balance issues. She's gonna be low energy, and that's totally normal and expected. So, you know, we'll keep an eye on her, but you know, just like last time, it took her a couple of days to get that energy back. So that's what's happening for the next couple of days as you watch her. Man, you all are just diving in with questions before I get there. Getting there, getting there, getting there. You need to know all the answers, and you need to know them right now. I'm trying to be respectful of Spacey, who is CCing me. I could say everything really fast and then nothing would get CC'd. um, So she was sent home with the same 2 medications that she was on. We're going to continue that for right now. There are 2 options going forward. One is that she continues on the medications. And the second is that there is a new type of shunt that can be done on kittens as small as she is. And this is something that I discussed with Dr. Glass today. It's a type of shunt that can be so the type of valve that used to be used in order to as they grow, you need to be able to you have to manually adjust it. And so you actually have to perform surgery. You have to open up, you have to perform surgery again, open it up, and then adjust the valve. They have a new type of valve called a magnetic valve, where you actually use a magnet to readjust the valve. So as they grow, you don't have to perform surgery over and over. They still have an office visit, but it's an external magnet that they use. And this can be done on smaller kittens because then there isn't the risk as they grow, that you have to perform multiple surgeries. So we're not sure yet which one we're going with. Dr. Glass is doing some more research and making phone calls. And I'm going to touch base again with him tomorrow. And, we'll come up with, a more definitive plan. So for right now, she's staying on the medication, and in the meantime, we're gonna talk about, what we can do going forward. Yes, it is very expensive, and we would have to do some major fundraising really quickly. But this could definitely be the thing that, saves her life going forward. So we are looking at all possibilities and options here. And that's really it, what I have for tonight. Right now, there's not a recommendation, Mary. He needs to do more research tonight. I don't have an answer yet as far as what the best plan for her is until at least tomorrow when we check in. And it might even be, Monday we'll check in again. This is something that he's researching. He's reaching out to the manufacturer of the valve and discussing different options. So this is something that we're not going to necessarily make a decision immediately to do. No, it's not $6 million. No, it's wow. Yay, it's not $6 million. uh, Ballpark was around $7,000 to do this. It was what he gave me. You know, it could be more or less, of course, but that was ballpark. Well, less than 6 million. Yeah, so without the shunt, the other option would be that she stays on meds forever, uh, but the fluid would build up and then we would have to continue doing the drain that she had before. That would just have to continue happening. She would eventually have to have a shunt. So the question is whether we do it now or wait down the line. If we wait, she would have to continue having drainage because she is continuing to get buildup. Yes, Dr. Glass is very caring and he's very dedicated. I don't know about kittens. I know in humans the valve is visible when they first install it. There's a bulge in the back, and then as the humans grow, it actually kind of goes into their skull, and by the time they're an adult, you can't really see it at all. I'm not sure how it works with kittens and cats. The $7,000 is for the high-techy shunt. Yes, Dr. Glass is wearing one of these tater bracelets. Yeah, Tater is totally out of view right now. She passed out in the corner instead of her bed. Yeah, I'm gonna try to bring her over to her bed. She might yell at me. But you'll be so much more comfortable in your alley bed. It is. I promise. See, she's mad. She's flicking her tail at me. She's like, why are you disturbing my sleep. I'm sorry. Go back to sleep. The hole in her skull. I think it closes on its own eventually. I'm not sure exactly. So for tonight, I know there's probably still some questions, but we have Tater home, and we don't know yet what the ultimate plan is yet. I still need to talk to the doctor again tomorrow. So for tonight, we're just gonna enjoy that she's home and let her rest. And we all can take a little breather. And the freeloaders are crying to get in. So we'll have some more information, either tomorrow or this weekend. But she's good for now. She's good for tonight. All right, sleep it, baby. Gotta rest up.